Today I want to talk to you guys about the 13 Fishing Concept C2. I am such a big fan of this reel. It is under 6 ounces, incredibly lightweight. I can't wait to throw this thing all day. My hands are going to be tired. My arms are going to be tired. It's got a really, really deep spool, so you can make some really, really long casts with the 9 ball bearings that are in here. I'm going to use this. This is the 6.8 to 1. I'm going to use this mainly for chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, maybe like a little swim jig. Nothing I want to reel too fast, but nothing I want to super slow down, like a 5.1 to 1 for crankbaits, for example. I really am excited to try this reel on topwater baits as well. Maybe spooled up with some 50-pound braid for spooks to make those really, really long casts. It's got a really, really good drag system in it and a super compact handle. I really like these reel grips. You know, that thing's not going to slip out of your hand. You guys need to check out the 13 Fishing Concept C2.
In this video, we are going to be talking about this Sougayilang baitcast reel. It's in an 8 to 1 gear ratio, which is fairly fast, perfect for like buzz baits, spinner baits. You can pretty much throw anything on this, but it'll be on the faster side. It's a really nice looking reel. It's got those cork handles that kind of give it a 13 Fishing kind of vibe. If you guys have seen 13 Fishing's reels, they do a lot of cork handles, and the red paint on it looks really nice. It's an overall just really good looking reel, and Sougayilang does a really good job of this, making sure their reels look good, making sure they're aesthetically pleasing. And I bought one of their reels before. I got their teal reel that they were selling last year. They aren't selling it anymore. It was probably one of the worst reels I've ever used. It was $20. First cast, my line got stuck inside the spool. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Alright folks, welcome back. Plan for today on the 13 Fishing Black Betty FreeFall. Alright, so let's get into the basics of the reel. As you can see, this is an inline reel. It's not your traditional spinning. I've pretty much completely converted to the inlines, and so far, you know, I'm really pleased with them. So the basics of this reel, this thing is a 2.5 to 1 gear ratio, and per turn of the handle, you pick up about 19 inches of line. So with one crank of the handle, and these clock in around 6.6 ounces, 6.5 on my scale. They advertise it as 6.6. And we're going to start on this side here. You have a CNC machined aluminum handle. You have a CNC machined star drag. And on the aluminum handle here, you have these oversized EVA knobs, which I love. These things are really comfortable. I like that they're oversized. So if you're fishing with gloves and you go to grab for your handle, you can pick up one of these really easy, even with gloves on. These oversized knobs are really handy. I like that they put them on this reel. All right, now we're moving on to the engagement lever. It's this lever here. In order to drop your jig, you depress this lever and your jig drops instantly. When you want to stop your jig, you let off. So in to drop, let off to stop. You know, if I'm fishing in a shack and I don't have gloves on, I feel like this is really handy. The only thing I found with this is if I have gloves on and I'm not fishing in a shack, if I need to cut weight and I don't have a shack and I'm fishing with gloves on because it's cold, sometimes I find I hit this by accident. And we're going to sign off, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Hi, I'm Ben Joyce, Penn brand manager, here today to talk to you about an exciting new launch for us, the Pursuit 3. The Pursuit 3 is the 3rd generation in the Pursuit line, and we've added some extra features to it to make it the best value in the Penn lineup. Before we take a look at all the new features, let's take a look at the sizes that we offer. We've added a new 2500 size, and we've kept the remaining sizes from our prior generation. Overall, we've kept a lot of the same features from the previous generation. We have a corrosion-resistant graphite body and rotor with a metal side plate to ensure the gears stay in precise alignment. We have a 4+1 bearing system. We have 2 bearings on the main gear, 2 bearings on the pinion gear. We have a double anodized spool with line capacity rings. And some of the exciting new features we have are the HT100 carbon fiber drag washers.
We upgraded the drag material into HT100, so Penn's lowest price spinning reel now comes equipped with HT100 drag.
The HT100 carbon drag washers are a big upgrade from the oiled felt that we used in the past. We get asked a lot what HT100 stands for. The HT stands for high tech, and the 100 means that 100 miles of line can be run off without showing any wear on these drag washers. The Superline gasket, what this gasket allows you to do is tie braid directly onto the arbor of the spool so that you don't have line slipping on there. We also offer all of these size reels in combos. One of the main additions that we've added is so that wraps up the Pursuit 3 line. Look for them fall 2018 at your local retailer.
Coming to you today to do a product review, the KastKing Centron 500 size spinning reel. Let's start with the specs. This has 9+1 ball bearings for nice smooth operation. It has a 5.2:1 gear ratio. It has an 11-pound drag. Oh, there we go. All right. Which is fairly decent for an ultralight reel. And all this comes in at 6.9 ounces. Now this is a fairly lightweight reel. It's got an aluminum spool and a graphite. So what do I like about it? It's smooth. This thing is nice and smooth. It can just, you can fish with it all day long, and I do appreciate your time. So thank you very much. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Today I'm coming back at you with another product review, another fishing product from Goture. This is the Goture spinning reel. This has got a 5:1 gear ratio, 6.1 ball bearing, or 6+1 ball bearing, 7.5 kilo drag. That would be, approximately 16-pound drag. Line capacity on this is it's in millimeters, so I'm not sure what that is, but is 180 meters, I guess that would be. So I'm not real sure. You know, this is a reel from China, so everything's in metric. Says aluminum long stroke spool design, smooth micro adjustable drag system, excellent line lay oscillation system, handle left or right changeable. Until next time.
Alright, you guys have all been asking for the Piscifun ICX Carbon. One of the reasons I bought this was because it has this magnetic drag system, or magnetic, not drag, but it's magnetic release system. So there's a tiny little adjustment screw there, and what that does is you can dial in the weight so you don't get any backlash. Right now I have I think it's a 1/5 ounce, basically a 7mm tungsten jig. They're used for crappies, Lakers, all sorts of stuff, if you guys can see that. So how to use this is you basically dial that in, and then what I like about this reel is you can either trigger it forward, and that's full unlock. And I'm gonna dial this in more, increase the power, and basically it pushes the magnets forward, which creates more tension on the reel. You can also drag it back and it'll automatically click, and you can also just tap it forward and that will also release it. So I like all of that.